Hello, fam. It's your girl, Miss Diva Truck, and I'm coming to you today. I am live. Hold on one second. Oh, move a little bit. Hello. Let me see. Let me do like a little mic check or just to make sure that you're able to hear me okay and there's no problem with the sound and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Sherry. Let's see. Hello. How are you guys doing? Tonight's video. Hey, Dreamer. Hey, big boy. Trucking. So I haven't seen anybody that did a video according to the EIDL. What's the difference between the EIDL loan? What's the difference between the PPP loan forgiveness and all this kind of stuff? So as truck drivers, this video is for people that get 1099 miscellaneous, okay? This video is not for anybody that does a W-2, okay? So this is going to be geared towards my lease operators, my owner operators, my people that if you on a 1099, okay, at the end of the year, if you're an independent contractor or business owner, then this video is for you, okay? As you all know that Congress, they gave the stimulus bill, okay? So if you are on a W-2 or whatever the case may be, you got the $600 that came out with the stimulus check, or if you was on a W-2 you lost your employment, you got what it was the PUA. It's called the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, right? So there's different assistance for people that get a 1099 miscellaneous. If you are an owner operator, if you a lease driver, anybody that gets a 1099, okay? So if you are a W-2 employee, hold on one second, because I'm going to send Queen. Queen is going to come in here and talk with us in a little bit, guys. Give me 1 minute, because I want to send her a link. Give me just 1 second. I'll be right back with you. I want to send Queen Trucking a link, and we're going to talk about her 1 year in trucking. So give me just a minute. Hey, Sheila, give me one moment. Everybody's been asking about the loan, okay? So just give me 1 second. I'm supposed to be doing an interview with Queen, but she won't be in here until a few minutes. So we could talk about something else until she gets in here. Okay. So if you are on an operator, right, and y'all are scared to take the PPP or you're scared to take the SBA loan or whatever the case may be, I'm going to break down the difference between the two. Guys, please do not call me asking me questions about taking a loan or helping you fill out the application or all this kind of stuff. The best suggestion that I could do for you is to contact your CPA or the person that provides your taxes, or the person that does your financial advisor, or whoever that person is, because they are the ones that's going to have to give you your documents. Or after this video, if you know what to do, you could just apply on your own, okay? But don't call me, okay? I'm not helping anybody with no SBA or PPP loan forgiveness or anything like that. This video, I'm going to try to cover everything and all your questions. If you have any questions, I would suggest you put it in the comment box, because after I do this video, I want my phone to stop ringing, okay? So let's go. I'm going to share my screen, all right? Because, I know you guys being truck drivers or whatever the case may be, and you being on the road, a lot of times you don't have access or privy to this information, or don't know what it's about, or whatever the case may be. So in simple terms, I'm going to break it down for you, and you can decide where you fit in whether you want to apply for the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program, or if you want to actually go after the SBA loan, which is totally different. Okay. They're totally different things, right? So, and I do suggest that if it's something that you want to do, you need to do it pretty quickly, because once the funds is gone, guys, we still cannot predict the future or what may happen. And you have to be able to protect yourself. Like the PPP says, Paycheck Protection Program. So you need to be able to protect yourself in case something happens or whatever the case may be. Okay. And if you never got the PPP loan before, you would go to the SBA, right? And you're going to click on Paycheck Protection Program if you never got it before, right? So the things that you're going to do is, this is for it resumed from the first time. Okay. So remember, it had cut off and it resumed for the first time. Let me tell you this. You said the screen is blurry. Okay, let me see if I can fix that for you. How about that? Is that a little better? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take myself out the picture, because y'all all know what I look like. So let's just take me out the picture and make it bigger. Is that bigger? Big Boy Trucking, are you okay with that? All right. This is a PPP loan. Most of your trucking companies have applied for this, okay? And what they do is they pay their W-2 employees, and in effort of doing that, then they don't lay anybody off, okay? You're supposed to still get your money and all that kind of stuff if you are a W-2 employee. So if you are a W-2 employee, your employers have already got this money for you, okay? And they have a certain time to spend it. So if your hours or your pay is low or whatever the case may be, they're supposed to pump that money back into the drivers, right? So that you will be able to sustain your living, right? But if you are a 1099 employee, you are actually 1099 miscellaneous. You are what is considered an independent contractor. Okay, so this money that they got is just for employees, okay? So you have to file for your own money if it has affected you. Now, this comes from the U.S. U.S. Treasury Department, and it is opening back up for the people who have not filed January 11th. So now it's the 17th. It's been open since the 11th for you to file. The first thing that you're going to do is they're going to link you up with lenders, okay, based on what you select, okay? Now, you can go to your local bank, you can go to your credit union, you can go wherever you need to go and ask them, hey, are y'all doing the PPP? Can I apply there? Or whatever the case may be. A lot of times, if you go to your bank and you go to your credit union, that's why I tell you that you have to have your LLC set up. You have to have a business bank account, okay? The first time it came around, some lenders was letting you, if you was a 1099 miscellaneous, some lenders will go ahead and let you get the PPP and not worry about your business bank account. But if you was with Wells Fargo, if you was with some of the other banks, they only gave the PPP money out to the people that had business bank accounts, okay? That's the only way that you're going to be able to find it on Wells Fargo or any other thing. Now, you are saying, Tamara, I am an independent operator, I'm self-employed, whatever the case may be. Yes, that may be true, but you always have to have your business structure in place. So when things like this happens and you may need the loan, they're looking at you like, why you don't have a business bank account, why you don't have an LLC, why you haven't filed your taxes, okay? So number one, you're gonna have to have all your taxes filed. All right. So if you have not done that, you need to do that first. Okay. Because they are going to ask you for your 1099 miscellaneous. They're going to ask you for your 2019. Also, they are going to ask you, make sure that you was in business before the coronavirus. Okay, so you had to have your LLC set up, you had to have your business bank account, all that set up. Some of you guys got through without having that business bank account set up on the first round, but on the second round, that's not going to happen. Okay, a lot of them want you to have your business bank account unless you're going to go to an outside lender like Lendio or Smart Biz. Okay, so now loan details. The Paycheck Protection Program is a loan designed to provide a direct incentive, okay, for small businesses to keep their workers on payroll. Okay, so if you're in a small business and you are the employee of your business, okay, then that includes you. Okay, and if you have any other people that you give a check to, that will include them as well. Okay, the first PPP loan, it was only used for payroll costs, including benefits, and also may be used for mortgage interest, rent, utilities. So if y'all work out from your home, you know, if your home was your business address, your utilities, workers' protection costs related to COVID-19, uninsured property damage caused by the looting and vandalism during 2020. So, you know, when they was having the looting or whatever the case may be this year, then you also are able to apply for that. And certain suppliers' costs and expenses for operation, right? Okay, now it is a loan, okay? But if you are able to prove that you spent all your money or a percentage of your money on payroll, rent, utilities, then that portion of the loan will be forgiven and you do not have to pay anything back. Okay, so you have to have a tracking mechanism in order to say, this is my payroll. So if you have a business bank account, right, you want to make sure that you have a payroll system set up to pay from your business bank account to yourself. Okay, whatever that draw is. If you're paying your rent, you need to make sure you keep your receipts for your rent. If you're paying your utilities, you need to make sure that you keep your receipts. And it goes on a calculation basis, okay, of how much your money that you make a month, okay, times 2.5, and that will be the amount you get. On the first PPP, you had to spend that money within a certain period of time, okay, for it to all be forgiven, because this is what is called a stimulus check. They're trying to stimulate the economy. How do you stimulate the economy? Is you pump money into the business owners, okay? You pump money in. We're coming from a Trump administration, okay? Trump administration, Republicans and things like that are based on businesses, okay? So they're going to go out their way. They're going to make sure businesses are taken care of, okay? Now, when we go into this new administration with Democrats, that's why Democrats, the W-2 people got $600. The business owners, they qualify for something else, okay? So if you're a 1099 person in the trucking industry or whatever the case may be, these are the two things that you may want to look at, all right? Now, SBA will forgive loans if all employee retention criteria are met. That means you can't fire anybody, okay, during this period of time. You got to keep your employees, okay? What does that mean? It says that the terms, employees and compensation levels are maintained. You can't give nobody you got to keep their hours. You got to make sure that they are good all the way across. You can't lay nobody off. You can't do any of that, okay? The loan proceeds are spent on payroll costs and other eligible expenses, and at least 60% of the proceeds are spent on payroll. So if you get a PPP loan for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, right, then you got to make sure, and you're the only employee of your business, you got to set up your payroll to make sure you pay yourself a certain amount of money that keeps up with what you was already making. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, that's just the first draw. There is a second draw as well. Now, if you got the first draw and you apply for the PPP loan forgiveness, you can also go back and apply for the second draw PPP loan forgiveness terms. Okay. Now, because coronavirus is still going on, it's getting worse. Okay. A lot of places had to re-shut down again. Okay. You are the only one that knows if this is affecting you in your job and your business and what it is that you do. Okay. As far as being a owner operator. Okay. It's supposed to make sure that you are not to make sure that you maintain your payroll costs or whatever the case may be. So if you're on the operator, you got 5 trucks, you got to make sure that those people get paid and they maintain their hours, okay? Just like a big trucking company has to do that, you as an owner operator, if you got 2, 4, 5 employees under you, you got to make sure that they maintain their hours, and you got to make sure that you still maintain their pay. All right. Employees and compensation are maintained in the same manner as far as required in the first PPP loan. The loan proceeds are spent on payroll and eligible expenses, and it's the same as part 1. So if you got part 1, you will go back in and you get part 2, and you will ask for forgiveness of that. Okay. A borrower can apply for forgiveness once all loan proceeds for which the borrower has requested forgiveness have been used. Borrowers can apply for forgiveness anytime up until the maturity of the date of the loan. If you do not apply for your forgiveness within 10 months after the last day of your covered period, then the loan payments are no longer deferred and the borrower will begin making payments back on that PPP loan. Okay. So if you have any questions, you need to talk to your bank. Now, the things that you're going to need for the PPP loan, okay, which is a loan, it starts off as a loan, but it will turn into forgiveness if you did the right thing with the money. Okay, if you didn't do the right thing with the money, you're going to end up owing all that money back, plus I think 1% interest. You're going to need your bank account statements, right? You're going to need your tax forms, 2019 tax forms, okay? You're going to need your payroll, or if you don't have your tax forms, you got an alternative payroll cover, which is your 941. If y'all got an LLC, if you have employees, everybody should be filing their quarterly 941. You can also use your state quarterly business and individual employee wage reporting and unemployment insurance tax filing reporting, okay? If you have ADP, if you have Apex, if you have any kind of payroll system, QuickBooks or whatever, they're going to automatically print you this statement, okay? You can also use your payment receipts, canceled checks for you paying your rent. Make sure it says on the memo or whatever, PPP payment, PPP rent payment, PPP whatever, okay? So you don't have any problems when it comes to you submitting your documentation to get that loan forgiven, okay? Non-payroll items that you can use, your mortgage interest payments, okay? You could your business rent and or lease payments, okay? Copy of your current lease agreement, canceled checks, okay? Make sure you turn those in. Copy of invoices for your utility payments, all that kind of stuff you would need, okay? Once you get that and you spend it in that timely manner that they tell you, you need to then, they're going to send you a link to go ahead and start the process for the PPP forgiveness. You go in there, you submit your documentations, right? And they will notify you to let you know that your loan has been forgiven, okay? They are not doing the EIDL advance anymore. Okay, that is over. That EIDL, the disaster, that advance program is over. They're not doing that anymore. Okay, we're going to talk about the EIDL in just a minute, Lisa. I see you. There it is right there. We're going to go to that, but this is just the PPP. Okay, so let's go over that again. So if you call your bank and your bank tells you that you have to have a business, it's on the 11th for the first time filers, and I think the 17th for the people that filed for the second time. But as far as right now, it wasn't available on the EIDL advance. Now, if you're talking about the EIDL, yes, that is available now, and we're going to go over that in just a few minutes. Okay. Any questions about how and when to apply? Okay. A lot of people are not going to take your paper application. Okay. This right here is a PDF, a paper application. You're supposed to take it into your bank or whatever the case may be. A lot of banks are not taking that. Okay. So what you can do is you are going to go to what is called lender match. All right. So if your bank is not doing it, if your credit union is not doing it, you will go to lender match, find a lender. You're going to put your email address in there. You're going to put your first name, your full name, first name, last name. You're going to put your phone number. Okay. So once you go in here, let's just do, let me just do this right quick, okay? So if I did, let me do AAA, Okay, so if I just go in here, you're gonna, if you already got the first amount of the PPP, you're gonna go into, oh, well, they're gonna send me a thing, but I don't want it. But you're gonna go in there, they're gonna send a thing to your email, and then you're gonna go in there, they're gonna ask you for the original amount, okay? They're gonna ask you for the original amount of your application number for your PPP if you got it, okay? If you go under new requests, it's going to ask you a couple of questions, and it's going to tell you what lenders that you can go to. For example, right? One of the companies that is doing the PPP is Lendio. Okay. You could go into Lendio, get started, and it will tell you Paycheck Protection Program. All right. You will go into there. You will start your PPP application. Okay. You are going to have to submit your documents. You're going to have to submit a blank check with your route number and account number on there. Okay. So they are approved lender. Lendio is one. And another one is, give me one second. Another one is, and guys, you should already know this. If you have a business, they do notify you. So the other one is Smart Biz. Okay. Smart Biz is another one that will do the PPP for you. Okay. You are going to have to upload your documents and get it done that way. Okay. Give me one second. Before we go on to the EIDL, do anybody have any questions about the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program? The Paycheck Protection Loan Program is only for payroll rent, utilities, to pay your employees. That's the only way that you're going to be able to get that loan forgiven. And you do have to submit the documentation for that. Okay. Y'all ready to go to the EIDL? No questions about the PPP? Blue Vine. Yeah, I haven't heard of Blue Vine, but I do know Smart Biz and Lindio. Blue Vine may be one of them that will do it as well. Okay, but y'all got to understand, with these loans, with this PPP money and all this kind of stuff, there are millions of people that's applying. So if you don't do it right, if you don't do it correctly, it will be denied and sent back. Okay. So make sure that you get all your tax paperwork, all your bank accounts, everything that they ask you for, your 941, whatever the case may be, upload it to there. Therefore, you don't have to worry about getting all that paperwork. If you do not use the money the way they instructed you to use the money, you will have to pay that loan back. Okay, and paying that loan back on a PPP is going to be, and that one is a short-term loan. Okay, so give me 1 second. I can tell you what the payment amount. Now, if you are a nonprofit organization, it's going to be a little different from you. Okay, so you need to read the qualifications for nonprofit. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me put this back on the screen. All right. It was issued at January 11th at 9 a.m. Okay, you go and you do your lenders match. Once you find your lenders, you go ahead and do all that through them. Okay, now most borrowers, the maximum that you can receive is 2.5 of your average monthly 2019 or 2020 payroll. So if your average amount of your 2019 or 2020 payroll is $8,500, you know, if y'all getting, I don't know, $3,000 a week, okay, $3,000 a week times 2.5. And it's up to a certain period of time. Okay. Now, for borrowers and accommodation and food service sector, they need to look at the NAT 72. These are going to be all your hotel, your restaurant, your food truck people. All those people qualify for that as well. Okay. No, I don't think so, Felicia, because once you go to the application, it's going to say, have you been in bankruptcy? Or do you have any judgments that are currently against you? I can't say if that will deny you because I don't know. You would have to speak to one of the people at the Small Business Administration or you could speak to I don't know if you're your CPA or whatever, but you could call them. They answer the phone, guys. So if you ever have any questions, just give them a call. I mean, they're not even as worse as the IRS. They really pick up really quickly. Okay. You can't have more than 300 employees because a lot of times what happened was last time when the PPP came through, all the big companies got money. Okay. All the small business owners did not get the PPP. Not all of them, but a lot of them didn't get it. Okay. But this time they are making sure that the small business owners have access to be able to get the PPP as well. Okay. So, but after you do that, you're going to, let's see. There's a thing in here that will show you how to calculate your loan amount, and it will tell you in there, okay? Let's see what else. I wanted to go over but if you have any questions, guys, y'all can go to the SBA, right? And it's going to tell you everything that you want to know about the PPP, how much that you will have to pay back if you needed to do that. But yeah, you could go through here and look. And in here, it also tells you about the loan amount and the payments and all that kind of stuff, okay? So a lot of people have asked the same questions that you have asked. This is where you're going to go to fill out all your information, all right? Okay, PPP loans have an interest rate of 1%. Okay, so if you do not use the money the way you were supposed to use it, and you cannot produce the receipts that they want you to have, then it will automatically turn into a loan for you, and you will have to pay that loan back at a rate of 1%. Okay, now the loan have a maturity date of 5 years. Okay, so make sure if you're going for the PPP that you have everything that you need to do for that. All right, I guess y'all want me to get off the PPP and y'all want me to go to the EIDL. That's what everybody is interested in. All right, let's go. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take it off of there so that I can find it. Give me just 1 second, y'all. Okay. Hey, Tangela. Oh my goodness, I've been busy. Let's see. And when you go to the EIDL loan, right? Okay. Let's see. The COVID-19, if you are a small business, nonprofit organization of any size, an agricultural business with 500 or fewer employees that have suffered substantial economic injury as a result of the coronavirus pandemic, you can apply for the COVID-19 EIDL. Okay. Now, this money is different. Okay. This is not like the PPP. You can use this money for other things, such as working capital, normal operating expenses, okay, your rent, your fixed debt payments. This can take care of basically everything. This is not going to be forgiven. So guys, if you do get this, please understand that this is a loan. Okay. Now, some of the qualifications for this loan is they're going to run your credit on this one. Okay, they're going to run your credit on this one, and they also will run your business credit. So the first time that you may have applied for it, and if you got denied and they gave you a denial letter, a lot of people got denied because of their credit score. And you could have said, well, my credit score is 650, so I'm making a credit score, but they combined what is called a Fico score, a SBA Fico score. And that SBA Fico score has to be, and I don't want to mislead you, but I think it is, it will tell you on NAV. If y'all got nav.com, okay, let me take this down for just a minute because I don't want to give y'all my personal. So if, hold on one second. If you go to nav.com, okay, SBA credit rating score. Oh, no, it's the SBA credit rating FICO score. 575. No, the SBA got a different score. It's like 121 something, 160. If you call them to pass the okay, it's a pre-screen process. Let me show it to you right here. Okay, it's a pre-screen process. Okay, so your minimum score to pass the SBA's pre-screen process is currently 155. Okay, so but most SBA lenders set that minimum at 160. So this is why you may not get approved with just your personal credit, because they combine the personal and your business credit, and you need to have like a 160 to get past the pre-approval. Okay, so a lot of people will get their a lot. This is different. They do use your credit score, your personal credit. Okay, they do use that, but they also looking at your business credit as well. They combine that and they get what is called a SBA FICO score. Y'all see that? Okay, so the FICO score it ranges from 0 to 300. The higher the score, the better. How do you get a good FICO score for small businesses? A lot of it has to do with you being in business for more than 2 years. Okay? So this is the reason why if you applied for the SBA loan and you're looking at your credit report and you're saying, well, I got a whatever score, so I'm meeting the limit, they will still deny you because you are not meeting the FICO score of the 160. Okay. And I don't think, I want to say it was 160, but they may have lowered it a little bit. But you got to get that score in order to go to even get through the pre-screening. But I think they have lowered it. Don't quote me. You got to call and check. Okay. But I think they have lowered it to lower because of the COVID. Okay. But if you want to know exactly what that number is, you could just call the Small Business Administration and they will tell you what that FICO score needs to be. Okay. So that would be your denial. So when you get that denial letter in there, all you have to do is, if you got that first denial letter, back in April, if you had set up your Duns and Bradstreet and did everything that I told you to do as far as getting your payback score, it would have boosted that FICO SBA score up to the range where you can get a small business loan. Okay. So that is the reason for that. Now let's talk about the payment of the small business loan. Give me 1 second. Do you file? No, I do not. I don't file anybody SBA because that documentation and all that is a federal thing, and you file it, or you have somebody else that is a CPA or whatever the case, file it, okay? Make sure that your information is correct, because you see a lot of people are getting arrested and they come in to get them because they are taking the money. They're going on vacations in Vegas. They're going to buy a brand new Lamborghini. They're going to buy all that kind of stuff that does not have anything to do with their business. And that's how they're getting in trouble, because they're not using it for their business. So this is what is called a stimulus package, guys. This is what the money is to be used to provide you capital for your business, to expand your business, to hire your people, because one of the things that they're going to ask you on the application is if we give you this money, how many people can you employ? Okay, are you going to go get some more trucks? Are you going to bring somebody up under your, are you going to hire people? They're trying to get businesses to hire employees, to put the employees back to work. You cannot go and get $100,000 SBA loan, $80,000, $150,000, and go buy a Lamborghini. You're not putting nobody back into work, okay? The Republicans, what Republicans do is they will allow the businesses to have money to take and entrust in the business owners, that they will go and stimulate the economy. You buy more trucks, okay? You hire more drivers, okay? And you put people to work. Hold on for me just 1 second. I don't even have do I have a mute thing on here? Okay, that's what that is for. If you go out there and you make large purchases and you go pay cash on a car, a Rolex, you down there in Vegas spending up all the money, they're going to get you, okay? Because this is not what that money is for. It's for you to maintain your business, to be able to use that capital, working capital, for things that you need to pay your employees. Now, the PPP, like I say, is different from the SBA. The SBA is going to be a credit check. That's a loan for you if you want to go buy trucks, if you want to hire people, it's about pumping money into the economy so that you as business owners can turn around and hire more people to expand, to get your business back up to where it was, okay? Because that's the only way that the economy is going to be stimulated. And they are entrusting you as a business owner to do those things. So you would get another truck, you would get you some drivers, whatever the case may be that you need to do to make sure that you're bringing people onto your team, onto your company, or you're not firing people, or you're not losing people, or you're not putting people back on unemployment. All right. Now, this one has to, hold on 1 second. And when I tell you about NAV, guys, this is what I was talking about, okay? Let me show it to you. This is NAV. If you have an LLC, a business, and you want to know your combination of your business credit and your personal credit, you're going to sign up for what is called NAV, okay? NAV will help you structure your business to make sure you get a good paydex score, to make sure how you look into the banks, Okay, this is what they do. It's very inexpensive. You can pay for it, and you can monitor your Duns and Bradstreet, and also you can monitor your personal credit as well. Okay, so just like I say, the reason why you're getting denied is because the minimum score to pass the SBA's pre-screen process is currently 155. All right. So if you was working on your credit from the first time that they did this to now, you should be able to qualify for that loan. All right. Let's go back to this right here. Losses not covered from the financial business operating expenses that could have been met had the disaster not occurred. And you're going to, there's all kinds of loans in here, guys, but this is the economic injury disaster loan. Okay, this is where you're going to apply. Right now, if you got denied the first time for the EIDL loan application because of credit, guys, do not go and put in a new application. You're going to go and take the old application number, right? And you're going to do what is called request a reconsideration on the first application number. If you go in here and you apply again, and you apply again, and you apply again, you're going to have 50 million application numbers, and it looks like you're trying to fraud the government or whatever, and they will not do anything with you. You'll just be sitting there. Okay? So if you got a denial, you do not reapply here because it's going to generate you a whole new number. You will get caught up in the system and you will be waiting for the loan officer to figure out what it is that you're trying to do. Okay. Another thing that will get you a quick denial is when you go to apply here, and you go under, you don't have no more than 500 employees, okay, or you're a sole proprietor with or without employees, okay? Applicant is an individual who operates under a sole proprietorship, which is most of y'all, with or without employees, or as an independent contractor. That is all the lease drivers, okay? That's all lease drivers, owner operators. Okay. When you go down here, you got to say, let's just go, and I'm not going to put one in, but let's just go through this for, just for sake and purposes. You're going to put your legal name, your trade name if you have anything. You're going to put your EIN. Everybody should have a tax ID number. Okay. You're going to put the organization you're in. If you're in transportation, put that in there. You're going to put that you're not a nonprofit. You're not a franchisee, okay? When you're putting in the money right here, gross revenues prior to date or whatever, and you're looking at your 1099 miscellaneous statement, that's what you're going to put here. Where people get caught up is that they take this number and they put a number here. You do not want to put a number here. If you put $120,000 right here and you put $120,000 right here, you don't have a loss or whatever the case may be. They not gonna get you anything. Okay. Speaking with the loan officer, make sure you put this here, 0 there. If you got rent or whatever, for commercial use, residential and commercial rental properties, that's like if you own in real estate or whatever the case may be, okay? If you got any other compensation, such as the PPP loan or whatever, you're going to put it right there, okay? Your address, all this kind of stuff, how long you've been in business, your business activity, how many employees you have. You're going to go to the next one. It's going to ask you, do you have bankruptcy, federal judgments, because this is a federal loan, okay? Once you do that and complete it, it's going to ask you for your routing number, your account number, where they can send send your money to. And then after that, within 24 to 48 hours, you're going to get one or two things, right? Let me see. When you get to here, and they're going to ask you to upload your documents. Have your documents ready, send all that kind of stuff. If your FICO score and everything, your credit, your FICO score, all that stuff is good, you're going to get what is called a register for your SBA portal, okay? If you get registered for your SBA portal, that means you was approved, okay? You're going to go in there, you're going to set up your login, you're going to set up your password, you're going to go into the portal, it's going to tell you how much you was approved for, right? They're going to ask you to verify yourself. They're going to ask you some questions about yourself, you know, from your credit report or whatever the case may be. Once you're verified, they're going to ask you to sign or upload, or if they need anything. After that, if the loan is $25,000 or less, give me 1 second. The thing about this loan, guys, is this loan does not exceed a 4% interest rate, right? And you have up to, oh, y'all don't even see that. This loan does not precede a 4% interest rate. And also, you have up to 30 years to repay the loan, okay? There's no prepayment penalties or fees. So if you want to pay it off early, you can, all right? Now, if you get a loan that's $25,000 or less, you do not have to have any type of collateral, okay? Real estate is the preferred collateral that they would like to use for loans of $200,000 or less, okay? Normally, what they will do is they're going to file a UCC on your business so that if you get anything over $25,000, they're going to file what's called UCC on your business. And that means that if you do not pay them their money back, they will take your business, okay? If you get anything over $200,000, you're going to need a personal guarantee, all right? Apply for the SBA disaster assistance loan. You're going to have to file your 4506T. This is your transcript. They will pull your transcript from the IRS to make sure that you had a 1099 on your 2019 tax return. Okay? Any questions about the EIDL? Yay, nay? All right, let's get to, let me see if I can find Miss, where is she at? Hold on, guys, give me 1 second. Okay, guys, go ahead, Kenya. I'm waiting on Miss Queen Trucking to show up, and she'll be here. She'll be here in just a minute. Doesn't matter how long your business have to be open. They want you to have that business open from 2019. Now, I don't know the qualifications of people that opened up a business in 2020. You need to call. If you have any questions, guys, about if you qualify for this or not, please contact the, hold on. Please contact the SBA, okay? They can answer any of your questions that you may have. Are they going to have a second EID. This is it. This is the second. If you got the first one, you can go in here and do the second one too, if you need some more money. Okay, this is the second one. Okay, this is only if you got denied. If you got denied for the application the first time, you don't want to reapply. You want to go into reconsideration, submit all your documentation, and then somebody will reach out to you then, okay, by email. They will update and give you a call, okay? If you already got the money and you need more money, okay, and you want to combine your loans together, then you will go back in and apply, okay? But don't apply if you got denied before. Don't apply here, okay? Go into reconsideration. If you do not know your original SBA ID number or whatever the case may be, call the SBA. They're going to ask you a couple of questions, and you will be able to get your number, and they will give you the email address of whatever it is that you need. They will give you the email address of whatever it is that you need to submit to reconsideration. And then once you do that, they will follow up with you and see if you apply. If that score is not where it needs to be, they're going to deny it again. But somehow, if you up your thing to Lisa had a question. If you up your thing to your FICO score up, like you've been working on your credit and all that kind of stuff, and it makes it, they'll check it right then. Like the loan officer would check it right then and let you know. Let me see. If my LLC was activated in October 2019, but did not start getting any payment to do our business until July 2020, are we still can we still try the PPP loan? I will call the Small Business Administration and ask them just to make sure, because I'm not the expert. Okay. I don't want to tell you anything wrong. I don't want to say, yeah, you qualify and they have other rules or whatever the case may be. I don't want to say, no, you don't. And they're like, well, if it was established in 2019, you may be able to qualify. But with my reasoning of thinking, Lisa, is if it was activated in 2019, but there was no 1099 or no tax return on the if there was no income on the 2019 tax return, that's what they're basing it off of. They're basing it off on the 2019 tax return. And I did see something there that said it may be something about they can use 2020. Some of them will do your 941. They will also do your profit and loss statement. They will also do, there's a lot of things that you could submit, okay? But if you're not sure, I would talk to your CPA, your EA, or somebody that does your financial taxes. Do I have to upgrade to pay the monthly in order to see it? I got that one that you pay $119 for 3 months. And I think I did the whole total professional thing, and it will show you what your SBA FICO score is. Let me, Lisa, you able to see your personal scores, right? And your Duns and Bradstreet scores on NAV? You should be able to see your and if you are with NAV, you can actually can you see your business? No Duns? Okay, you need to upgrade to the business account, and you'll be able to see, they'll start pulling your business credit. Business risk, say A. When you go in here, it should look something like this. When you go under your when you go under your NAV, when you go under your business credit report, you should be able to see your company, and it should have a business score right there, and your experience score. And then at the bottom, it will have your FICO score for small business, and it will also have your FICO score for small business as well. That's where you'll see it. And if your experience, not your experience, but your Equifax, one of them, in order to get the green, you got to be in business for a period of time. But that's what it says. Let me see if, oh, okay, she says she ready. I'm seeing if she's, you can click on the link to come in. Hey, Ryan, what's going on with you? Busy? Got a lot. But basically, guys, that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you about the EIDL and the PPP and the difference between the two. So I thought Queen Trucking was going to come in here and join me tonight. She did say that she was ready, but I don't see her. Oh, guys, it's been an hour. Oh, my God. So, hey, that's the live feed for tonight. Tomorrow, we have class, Tangela. Where's everybody at? We got class tomorrow. And then from 5 to 7. And I'll be back on Tuesday. And Sinister and I will do the rookie. Sinister and I will do the rookie video. And I'm going to come back and tell you some other things as well. I got a whole lot of videos that I wanted to talk to you guys about, okay? So other than that, if you guys don't have any other questions, Queen and I will get together at a later time and do another video. But I just wanted to come in just in case y'all had any kind of confusion, the difference between the PPP and the EIDL loan. And like I said, if y'all have any questions, please call your financial advisor, the person that does your taxes, your CPA, or call the SBA. They will be more than happy to answer all your questions for you and also walk you through if you got a denial, okay? You do not have to pay anybody to do this for you, okay? Just give them a call, work it out on your own, okay? Don't be paying people a whole lot of whatever, because they do have a section in there that people can take out a fee or whatever if they prepare it for you. Now, if it's your tax per person, I guess your CPA or whatever the case may be, and they want to charge you a fee of doing it, but guys, y'all can do this on your own, okay? All you got to do is call the SBA, and they will walk you through it and make sure that you turn in all your stuff that you need to turn in. Only thing, if you don't have the documentation, that's where you may have to call your CPA or your tax person or whatever the case may be to get it. But you don't have to pay anybody to help you with this or anything like that. Call the SBA. They will walk you through what you need to do. Okay. Other than that, peace, love, joy, and happiness. You all have a wonderful and blessed day. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.